Morning,
Good morning.
Stephen. The movie is inspired by a book, Andy Mulligan's book. So why and how the idea is born of this movie?
Well, a friend of mine called Chris Dickey, who produced the film, sent me a draft of the book. And I was just fascinated with, the idea of telling an adventure story, a fable, and to a certain extent an action film. It's a young person's action film, so we're not quite talking about the Bourne identity, but a sort of action film anyway, which I'd never done before. So then we talked to Richard Curtis, who was thinking, was going to help us adapt it. And then we started going, well, Andy had spent time in Brazil, India, the Philippines. So we started our journey of sort of investigating it in Brazil. Mostly because we knew Fernando Meirelles and we had worked with, the films he'd made in Brazil, a lot of non-professionals. And then the more we spent time in Brazil over the years, the more we sort of fell in love with the country and felt, as we worked with different young people in different communities, that there was a sense of optimism, a sense of hope and a determination that was very, very appealing. And so really it was the journey of the film was the journey of trying to find the three boys. And then we found the three boys and then, we were making the movie in no time at all.
So the next question is about the cast. You talk about the three boys and there are also Rooney Mara, Martin Sheen. How did you choose Rooney and Martin?
Well, I chose Rooney and Martin because they're great actors. But also Martin had spent a lot of time working in landfill sites in the Philippines after he finished Apocalypse Now. About 10 years he'd worked there. So he had a huge amount of experience. And, in the story, it was a NGO, a non-governmental organisation that was as it happens, Catholic, and Martin is a Catholic activist. So the story seemed to fit Martin very well, and he said yes straight away for those reasons. And Rooney Rooney's a wonderful actress, and I'd also spent time in her own charity in Kenya, as it happens, working with young people in slums there. So she came with her own experience. So it was a very good. They taught me a lot about their own experiences from their own experiences of working with young people in this context. And they were brilliant working with the kids. I mean, it was fantastic. Especially the kids didn't speak English, they didn't speak Portuguese. The kids sometimes were quite chaotic, do you know what I mean? And would throw all sorts of things and improvise around them, and they would just respond to the kids. And so they were very fantastic collaborators.
And the last question is about why you have chosen Brazil in particular to shot the movie, because in the book we never find out the name of the place, the real place, and someone says maybe it's in Philippines, but also in the movie we can't understand the right place of the story, or
well, we really again Andy had written the book based on his own experiences in different countries. One of the countries was Brazil, and that was the first country we went to because he'd spent time there. And it was really just spending time there, and it became immediately apparent that it was going to be a fantastic place, to spend 2 years of our life. Not because of the sort of normal picture postcard version of Rio, but just because of the life and soul and energy of the people. And the story felt like Andy wanted the story told with this sort of a very unusual mesh of sort of social justice, but not really a film about social justice. It was definitely a fable, an adventure film, a family film, not a film in which you sort of go, oh dear, how awful it must be living in those terrible environments, but actually, oh, what amazing people live in these environments. And those amazing people happen to be these three boys, and once we found those three boys, it became immediately apparent that we would tell the story with them because they're amazing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Certainly can. Hi to Yahoo.